Well, the reason that I'm searching for the word is because it's a very specific, like, building term that Terry uses. It's basically like a balcony. Anyways, so that's where I pictured this was. Yeah, so I guess in short, it just made it seem like it was the only door. Like, there wasn't another way. When we went here with Richard, this was the only way to go. All the big entrance things of the building were leading to that door.
Right. That's what the impression I got as well. Now, from the way Kahlan is freaking the fuck out, I'm thinking that Val and everybody else probably went in the other door because apparently nobody else could fucking go through this door at all other than Richard. Like, literally the front door is shielded by something nobody else could get through but Richard.
Right. And it seems like nobody would want to go that way or had tried to go that way.
Right.
So Richard hears rocks crunching behind them. He turns around and he sees the creature under the gravel from, before. The thing that they made very clear to stay on the middle of the stone path to avoid. And he pulls Kahlan to the center of the path because that's the move, saving her life again. Or so he thinks. And then Kahlan starts petting the damn thing. Turns out, Wizard Geller put this rock hound here, and it's perfectly harmless. He didn't want this one lady to bug him, so she just put a nice little doggy out there.
To scare her.
To terrify her. But it's just like Loki. Very, very big dog. Sounds very, very scary. Is he scary? No. The second you pet him, he would totally let you in our house. Just saying.
Yeah, he would.
Oh, it's you. Hi.
If he woke up.
If he woke up, and definitely if you had food.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, you're fine. These people, I don't even care about these people. I stay for the food. And then Kahlan does like a complete 180. She's like, wait. You weren't afraid of the rock hound, were you? And Richard's like, so what if I was? I didn't know what the fuck it was. Which is funny because she's just like, Richard, how dare you come this way and use this door? And then they literally turn around and she's like, oh, you weren't afraid of this thing? Well, I wasn't afraid of the door. Yeah, this is moving. It's a creature. How can you be like, what's the matter with you for coming this way? And then also in this way go, why the hell were you afraid of that?
Yeah, she berates him about it for a while, actually. And it's just interesting because she's like, what the fuck? It's just a dog. You wouldn't think it was just a dog if you were walking around here. You literally just said it was conjured to frighten some bitch. So it was made to terrify. Don't tell me that it's not scary.
Definitely fucking scary. So on their way through the portcullis, they are tail whipped by the Mriswith Queen, knocking them down and separating them. Was that intense?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot. That was a lot. I
felt like that was an ode to the narrator. Richard stabs at it with his sword. He slices up a wing, stab, like I said. And he gets a claw in his fucking shoulder. So not great.
No.
I don't know why I thought of cat's teeth. Supposedly they have some shit in them that when they bite you, the wound gets infected.
If they scratch you, you can get a whole bunch of shit happening because of their nails.
Okay, but I guess I thought I had heard somewhere that cats specifically in their teeth have something that prevents your body from fighting off the infection. Oh, so if you get bitten by a cat, it's worse.
If that's true, I have not heard it. I never got bit by a cat real bad, so maybe I just was unaware because I didn't want to spread that to text that we're learning. Here's something that'll terrify you forever.
Anyways, so he's fucking hurt. He does back it up until it's under the portcullis, and then he drops the gate down on it, piercing the other wing. So this thing is all slashed up. It's not going to fly, seems like. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like it's actually defeated. Quite the opposite.
Yeah, it's still doing okay.
It's still fucking dangerous. It rips its own wing to get free and picks Kahlan up by her leg, using the smell to imply revenge. So revenge farting? That's where we're at now?
I don't know. The smell thing was weird to me. Can Richard just understand it because he's still part Mriswith? Is that what's happening?
That's actually a really good question. I'm not sure.
Okay, but regardless, Richard is like, it means revenge. So it's weird.
Yeah, but revenge farts. Like, what the fuck? Are you 9?
Yeah, maybe.
I know the queen did it, right? That's her thing, when she can use the smell, and it's like, it's a cool thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, I know that's something that does happen in nature. Smells can often, bees do it all the time, right? Literally, yeah, fuck, they have a queen. Same difference.
Pheromones and all that.
But revenge, bad smell, that's got to be a fart. She totally crop dusts him, and he's like, oh, come on, is that necessary? I know I just killed all your babies, but honestly.
To be fair, you just killed all her babies. After setting her free and being like, sure, go make a new colony. Have fun. Peace out. Aiden drills that way. Open door. Then you come back through and be like, no, fuck your babies.
Fooled you.
So, yeah. I mean, she has maybe a little bit of a right to be pissed.
As they reach the bridge, the queen gets ready to fly, even though, obviously, that's not going to fucking happen. Richard hacks off the tail and one of its wings as it screams and snaps at him. Then he stabs it through the belly. He's just like, cut, slash, fuck it up, do as much damage as I can, because I can.
Because that's all he can do.
The longer this goes on, the more damage Richard does to it, making it woozy with blood loss. So that's good.
Yeah.
What was that thing? Death by 1,000 cuts? What was that from?
Sounds familiar.
Oh my gosh, I just learned something that I never wanted to learn. That's also the name of a Taylor Swift song. But no, death by 1,000 cuts is a form of torture and execution originating from Imperial China, which has no fucking connection here. He's just stabbing the shit out of a dragon.
Yeah.
Which I feel is the right move.
Legit fighting dragon time.
So both of their hands slick with blood, Richard struggles to pull Kahlan up over the ledge and onto the road. Once safe, she yells, "Get it off!" Right? Because he has hacked off this fucking thing's arm and it is hanging on to Kahlan.
Yeah.
He pulls her up and he's like, and she hates it. She just wants it off of her.
'Cause you would. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, fucking gross.
Yeah.
And it's dead and it's still holding on. That's a little creepy.
Yeah. And it's probably heavy.
Oh, it's gotta be. Fucking thing's big. It could climb up a tower. Yeah, and I mean, they get rid of the arm. The Mariswith Queen is obviously dead now. It has also fallen. If it wasn't quite dead, it's 100% dead now.
Yeah.
We hope.
Yeah. It better be.
I wonder if it just farted the whole way down.
Ew.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, just sending Richard
Type deal.
Post-death notes.
Where he just leans over the edge of the cliff and is like, oh, God, again.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You didn't have
So
to call me
gross.
that.
To be fair, when I was all in the Yabri, whatever it was,
Fog.
trance in the fog. Yeah, oh, that's what it is. The smell of the fog. It didn't smell as bad as it does now.
Mm.
But since I have the cape off, I can get a whiff for what it really is.
Does he still have the cape around his neck, though?
No, I don't think he's wearing it. I think it's with him. I think he has removed the cape, but it's like there in his pack as an option.
See, in my mind, when he's not wearing it, quote unquote, it's just hanging on his back.
I kind of thought so too. But I don't think so because he was, well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know why. I think after the whole realization that he was fucking up by letting the Mariswith get their way and that whole deal, he was like, I'm going to not use it because I don't want to turn into a Mariswith. So he like took it off.
I think he did.
And has it with him.
But I think he put it back on to fight Marissa, and I don't think he's taken it off, like fully removed it from his body.
What I think would help us here is when they were in the vault and they were fighting the hazy smoke, like he'd considered wrapping his arm up in the cape to like maybe get through it, but it didn't say whether or not he just pulled it from around his shoulder or if he had to like get it out of his bag. It was just the concept of maybe if I do this, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
But I'm probably imagining shit, so I'm going to go ahead and assume it's on him, but it's not on him.
That's just what my thought is.
So, making their way to a switchback overlooking the city, they question each other on why they didn't use their gift. And I feel like maybe that was an afterthought Terry had too. Like, oh, that would have been, well, you know what it was? That would have been too easy.
Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten an epic dragon fight scene if they were able to use their gifts.
You gotta have a dragon fight scene.
Yeah.
It's standard in all of the fantasy realm.
Yeah. This is...
What kind of a hero are you if you can't kill a dragon with a sword? I mean, come on.
Yeah. And
Potter did it. You know?
That's where this becomes one of those, like, your magical laws are weird. Because it's like, it works when it needs to. Whenever, but it's not even when it needs to. It's when it feels like it. When the plot doesn't call for it.
I'm literally in a battle of good versus evil, and my life hangs in the balance every day. I think it's fair to assume that I need it all the time.
Yeah.
One could argue.
Yeah. But nope. It just didn't work, or they didn't think about it, or whatever. I don't know. They don't have answers either.
No, they don't have answers. And on top of that, Richard really wishes that Zed was here so he could help him learn how to A, use his power, and B, probably get some answers, because he could really use them right now.
You know how pissed he would be if he knew how close Zed was, like, just a hot second ago?
Oh, if he knew that he was just up there?
Yeah, like, when they were all over there in Tanamera, he was just over, like, they probably walked past each other at some point.
Could have been one of the figures in the dark.
Seriously.
Could have been. I mean, I feel like we pretty much nailed down who we saw sneaking around in the dark.
Yeah.
I feel like it was made clear enough, but they didn't say for certain.
I mean, Zed and Anne.
Terry did not say for certain.
Zed and Anne did make their way in and make their way out during all of that. So, like, theoretically, they could have walked within very short distance of each other. And he's going to be pissed if he finds that out. Ever. I would be.
As they reach the switchback, they hear the cries of men, the clash of swords, and they smell smoke. Richard drops to his knees in a very dramatic fashion and asks, "Dear spirits, what have I done?"
Yeah, Richard is definitely like at the end of a TV show moment where the hero falls to his knees, screaming into the camera. Cussing.
You mean like a who farted face on a soap opera? Soap opera?
Maybe just a little bit more intense because he's supposed like no. But yeah, something
the
similar.
pan out holler.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. Well, that does it for this chapter, boys and girls. Thank you so much for listening. If you wanted to let us know what you thought about this chapter, you can by sending an email to podcastatt@gmail.com or finding us on any of our social medias. You can also find us at patreon.com/podcastatt and make a pledge. We always really, really appreciate that. And, an added note for all of our patrons, in case you didn't see the update on the page, we now have a Discord channel.
We're in the future.
Yeah, we're one of those things now. So Jade and I are still kind of learning the ropes, but we, by a listener, actually, I have to tell you guys this, goes by the name of Juniper. Very, very cool guy. He was like, "Hey, felt like you guys could use a Discord, so I went ahead and made one for you. Check it out."
We're like, holy shit, what?
Yeah, and he literally, like, he walked me through the kind of beginning steps of using it, and then within, like, 30 seconds, we're on a video call with each other, and he's hanging out, and he's, like, playing a game with somebody else somewhere and walking me through this. It was all very, very cool, but that is just for you patrons. So if y'all want to get in on the Discord channel, where I think Jade and I will be dabbling a bit more just for the patron community.